I uninstalled it.
I did. You should send me a screenshot of the girl on Tinder in Jacksonville.
Oh, there's some really hot chicks, man. You just don't get a lot of matches.
I picture Barbie girl, Barbie American girl.
Oh, there's some really, really sexy chicks here, man. And like a lot of them are like university girls, just got out of university.
You have a big university.
Yeah, several.
Okay,
There's
well,
the university that I went to, which is University of North Florida. Then there's Jacksonville University. Then there's Flagler College in St. Augustine. Then there's all these like community college. Yeah, there's a bunch of.
yeah.
It's not that many people in this city. It's like a huge area, and it's like 900,000 people. But it's really spread out. I mean, you have to drive everywhere. You cannot walk anywhere really. So,
Hmm.
um,
Okay.
but yeah,
So churn, turn,
churn,
and return.
churn,
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 churn and retention.
churn and retention.
Good
Well, I
subject.
I guess I could start with the kind of a recent example, which is so yeah. I guess in the past 30 days with our member fix business, we've had probably half of our customers churn, and not because they're unhappy, but just because they're not sending in enough requests to justify the cost, which I understand because we don't want our customers' money if we're not providing at least that much value, if not a lot more,
Mhm.
right? And that gave me a really good idea, by the way, for something that I want to call the Dorfman guarantee, which is, you know,
Nice name, bro.
and well, if you put your name behind something, you want it to mean something, and the idea of the Dorfman guarantee would be that however much you invest for anything that you buy from me or us, you can objectively, measurably get an order of magnitude, so that's at least 10x in return. So a good example would be the master class on hiring in Eastern Europe, on hiring rock stars in Eastern Europe. Okay, so when that becomes available, the guarantee is going to be, well, look, you're investing, I'm not sure how much it's going to cost, but let's say you're investing $500 for this masterclass, another $500 for your budget for trials and assessments for your candidates. So let's say you invest $1,000. That means that you need to get at least $10,000 back in terms of how much
Mhm.
money you've saved or time and like granted that's not easy to measure objectively,
Mm.
for some stuff, but you can sort of feel like, well, I know that if I hadn't bought this masterclass and if I had tried to do this myself, or worse, if I had hired like, from the wrong country or hired a headhunter or something, I know it would have been a nightmare because I've already been through that experience. So that's the idea with the guarantee.
Mm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's making pretty sense. So you think that will affect the churn or the retention to have this kind of guarantee?
I think just having the guarantee is just is it's talk. Talk is cheap. I think the question is, what are we doing with the guarantee? So with the customers that churned, of course, I emailed them and I said, hey guys, that's cool if you want to cancel, no problem. I mean, it's easy come, easy go. You can always sign back up. But can I ask what happened? How I could have helped, whatever. And I had a few calls with some of our customers, and some of the stuff they told me was really enlightening. One of our customers said, well, I'm not really using you guys. I said, well, okay, tell me about what's going on in your business right now. What kind of stuff are you working on? What are you looking to do? He told me all about all this stuff. And then I said, yeah, we can do all of that. Because he basically wanted to set up a bunch of automations in ActiveCampaign and some zaps and stuff like that. I said, man, we do that stuff. And he said, really? I didn't know that. I said, oh yeah, man, it's not just me that does it. I do it. Leslie does it. Max does it. I mean, we could totally do that. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. And then at the end of about a 30-minute call, we came up with a huge list of stuff that we could do, like high leverage stuff that we could do for him. And now he's excited to be part of MemberFix again. You know, and I think he told me he feels that, hey Vic, I'm really glad that we had this call because, you know, not only do I have a clearer picture of what you guys do, but I feel reassured, you know, with your commitment to my business, and I feel that like I know how to move forward. So he gets some clarity. It's almost like a coaching call in a sense. And so what I did is I set up a Zap that says if somebody hasn't submitted a task in 5 days, it sends them a little sequence saying, hey, Leslie, what's up? You know, I saw you haven't submitted a task. I know sometimes it's not easy to know what to submit. Why don't we do a short call and I'll help you figure out how you can best use our service so that you're really getting your money's worth. And I just started thinking along those lines, how can we create automation around this kind of thing? Maybe sequences that educate our customers saying, hey, by the way, do you know that we do XYZ? And we could even have like, you know, pull data from their custom field to say, okay, this person works with ClickFunnels, Stripe, Thrivecart, whatever. Okay, cool. We could say, hey, do you know we work with Bullet Point, ClickFunnels, Stripe, Thrivecart, etc. And basically creating these smart automation type campaigns to prevent unnecessary churn. Unnecessary.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It reminds me, long time ago, with my agency, we work for this this company that that have those massive calling center kind of stuff, and they do manage call for a lot of different companies, a lot of different things. And they were hiring us to basically rethink the internal communication. So it was kind of very specific things, whatever. I spent like almost a week, or let's say 4 days inside the company to have a clear view on how they work, how the employee work, how the management work, how the information circulate and everything to make things better was basically the mission. And it was first time that I was seeing how like a call center worked. And one of their customer was this mobile phone provider company. And so they have different departments. So they have, obviously the main one was the selling one. Then, no, the main one was the customer service one. Then they have the selling one. Then they have the customer retention one. So basically, the customer journey starts with the selling one. So they say, hey, we have this amazing package, blah, blah, blah. Oh, cool. Okay, I take it. Then I go to the customer service, like, oh, hey, I don't know to configure whatever. Can you help me? Oh, yes, sir. And they will read whatever they have on the screen and help the person. And eventually, the customer will be unhappy, say, wow, that's fucked up. It's not working. I want to cancel my account. So the customer service will say, okay, sir, no problem. I will transfer you to the service that manage that. And actually, the service that manage that is the retention customer service, where their job is not to cancel your account. It's to make everything they can for you to not cancel your account.
All right, they're saving the sale.
Yes, exactly. That's the final line where, yeah. And in this company, like this job was the most rewarded job that those guys, they used to have the most high salary because they basically save like millions. I mean, not millions, but like thousands of euros to the company every time they save a sale, right?
Yeah, because it costs, 7 times more to acquire a customer than to keep one, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So those guys, they were like the super rock star. They were like, those guys, they can just like sell fucking anything on the phone. They were just amazing. I watched them doing it. It was like it's insane. They will take someone that is so pissed off that like hate the company, they hate everything, they just want to kill somebody. You know, they will just talk shit to the customer service, and they go to this guy, and the guy will like, hey sir, and they will fucking talk the shit out of it. They will just like just completely rewire their brand and say, at the end, the customer will be, oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be a customer. When like 10 minutes before, they were like, I want to kill everybody. So, yeah, my point is, because this is what you start doing, right? you just save the sale.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, as the same last podcast we were talking about, how you have a job that connect customer to team. If you have a
Customer
middleman,
happiness. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's the same thing. Like, when you grow as a company, at one point you need to integrate like this middle guy, and you need to integrate those guys that basically save the sale. They will just be there today. Whoa, wait, what happened? Okay, let me see where I can help. What can I explain you? What I can how basically can I save?
So I have a story about. I might have told you this before. I'm not sure if I told it on the podcast, but when I went last year with Josh to San Diego to the Frank Kern event, Frank Kern was like, well, he had these Infusionsoft certified consultants who used to work at Infusionsoft. He had them at his event, and he was basically showing people the whole idea of the event. It was called Funnel Transplant Workshop. So he gave you his freaking Infusionsoft funnel and transplanted it to your Infusionsoft account. Of course, in order to do that, you have to have an Infusionsoft account. Josh had one, but I didn't have one. But of course, they had a deal and stuff, and so at the end of that event, I signed up for Infusionsoft, even though I
Yeah,
really
I remember that.
couldn't afford it or didn't really need it. But it was like, so it was $300. They waived the Kickstart fee, which I think is $5,000 or might be $2,000. They waived that, and then at the end of 2 or 3 months of basically not being able to utilize Infusionsoft because it was just too big for where we were at, I decided to cancel. So I emailed the girl who signed me up and I said, hey, here are my reasons. Can I cancel, please? She's like, well, in order to cancel, you have to do a phone call. I was like, really? Okay. So I scheduled this phone call and I got on the phone and they're like, yeah, so, what's up? I said, well, yeah, I want to cancel. And I don't know why I need to talk with somebody in order to do that. And she's like, no, that's no problem. We can cancel you. And we had a little chat. She kind of asked me some questions. And I basically told her that I don't need it. And she's like, okay. And she canceled it. But I really had a bad taste in my mouth from that experience because they made it seem like they were doing me a favor to let me stop paying them $300 a month when I don't need their freaking software. Just the way that it was framed was like, okay, well, maybe we'll let you cancel. That's how I felt because when I said I want to cancel, they didn't say, sure, we'll do that for you, or here's the button. There is no button. They say, okay, we need to do a phone call. And I'm like, ooh, that doesn't sound good. Maybe they won't let me cancel. Maybe I'm locked into a contract that I don't even know about. And it just gave me this really bad feeling that, like, man, are you serious? Can I just not say I want to cancel and that's it? And it pissed me off. And because of that experience, I'm never going to use Infusionsoft again.
Yeah, well, I get that. That's a really bad customer experience.
Because, man, if you want to cancel, you should just be able to push a button
Yeah,
and cancel.
sure. Yeah, or just send an email, say please cancel. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, I think anyway, it's kind of the new model now for services, for everything. There's no contract and you can cancel anytime. I mean, more and more services like that. So I think it's the new normal. Yeah, that experience sucks a lot. Very bad. So yeah, well, I definitely think like the customer, like the dude that saved the day, it's kind of something you have to invest to as a company when you grow. I mean, when you have enough customer, so you have like enough turn and enough money to pay this guy. Well, you should definitely invest into that. And before you can pay for this guy, I agree with you. I think you can set up some automatic stuff.
Automation stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you're right, because if you have that guy and he's taking notes on all the conversations he's having, he's learning the reasons why and the language that people are using when they're considering canceling. So you could take that knowledge and then you can create the automations that prevents that situation from occurring.
Yeah, exactly. Because finally, finally, the most important thing here, it's not like to have someone that saves the day, it's to not have to save the day, right? So it should be more about how you keep your customer to not go away, and not how you keep them in your company.
Yep.
We'll say.
Well, you know, the nice, and I knew that at some point we'd have a lot of churn. I knew it was coming at some point. I mean, business is already pretty kind of, I don't know what you would call it, cyclical, or it's up and down. Yeah. But I didn't, of course, you never expect, well, you do expect, but you never hope that you'll lose half of your business within 30 days. And then, so I basically scheduled calls with everybody because I want to save all those sales, because I think that we have a good product that if you're using it, you're getting value. If you're not using it, of course, you're not going to get value.
Yeah. Well.
But you've had this experience of all of your customers churning.
Yeah. We talked about it on
we
one
talked
podcast.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, it happened the same way. Like in really short time, half of them just turn, which is, well, this is also the nature of our service, right? We are a task-based service without contract, without nothing. So it's like a fast food restaurant kind of. People order because they're hungry, and when it's done, they just go away. So it's kind of the risk. It's not a risk. It's that we know it. We know it's going to happen, right? And and both our services are really similar, because you can basically sign up for the memberfix because you need to set up your membership website, and you need help at this very moment. So you will use the service for months, get like everything set up, and when it's done, well, you will just move on. You just manage your website yourself. It's the same for Rapid Web Design. You are into this like a new promotional campaign, and you need a lot of design, ads, and whatever design you need, and you will ask for a month, and after that, well, you're done. So you will just like stop using the service. So it's kind of no surprise really here. There's no. If I don't think at anything I can say, even if I have like a super rock star save the day dude, there's really nothing you can do. Like at the end of the month, if the person just use the service for what they need in terms of design, and it's done. But what can you say? Hey, we can do a lot of other design, right? Yeah, well, we don't need design anymore.
Yeah, and I guess that's one of the reasons why we were so excited, and we kind of lost sight of it, I think, a little bit. And business is such an interesting thing, it's like a lot of times we make decisions emotionally because, for the past, 3 or 4 months or 6 months even, we've been putting all our focus into memberfix.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And now look at where we're at. So we've lost like half of our customers because that's the nature of the service or of the product. Whereas with speedkills.io, which we started in reaction to exactly this kind of situation, and because we had thought about how to prevent it, we say, okay, we need a product that is fundamental to a person's business, that has a very high retention, that's hard to leave, not necessarily hard to leave, but not something that you wouldn't need to leave or want to leave. And then we came upon our hosting idea, and we really worked hard on that for a while and got our first, customers. And then we kind of lost sight of it because we thought, oh, it's only $97 per new customer. But now we're finding out that, wait a minute, speedkills.io is actually...
That's the long-term thing.
It's the long-term thing, and it's a superior product in regards to stability for us.
I agree completely.
Yeah. Easier to sell as well.
Yeah, completely. I think we were like, we look at the speed run, and because we were boring about the marathon, kind of, if I want to do a metaphor, it's like, oh, that's so slow, it's kind of boring. let's just run and do this. And it was working well for a very long time, and get like a lot of new customer on Memberfic and everything. So it gets you more excited and everything. And but yeah, the long-term game is definitely that kind of service that provide a very, very good value to the customer with a really good retention.
Mm-hmm.
The retention is there because you provide a good value. Basically, there's no trick, no trap, just a good service. So there's no need for turning back.
Yeah, exactly. And even now that we've been focusing on Memberfix, the cool thing is that we've been getting random speedkills.io signups. We got one yesterday. Did I tell you about that?
I think you sent me an email about it.
Sent you an email.
On Slack, you said.
I thought Josh had referred this person, but he saw a comment that I made where I was shitting all over SiteGround. And he's like, "Oh man, I had the same exact experience with SiteGround. We should talk." And then he just signed up. And he took the upsell. And it seems like a lot of people are taking the upsell, which is CDN.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's an order bump on our ThriveCart form. So, order bumps work. And yeah, so I think now the focus is going to be on acquiring speedkills.io customers.
Yay.
Yeah, and then so I was telling you before the call, but we didn't say this on the air. Now I'm back in Jacksonville. This is where my folks live, and I'm going to go up to Philadelphia to visit my brother and my mom and my aunt and my cousins, my grandma. And there's all of these like local businesses everywhere. You know, next to the gym there's a animal hospital, there's an eye care center, there's all of these restaurants, laundry, all sorts of local businesses. Well, you know, and I was thinking, like, we already have a hotel, right? Okay, that means that we can approach hotels confidently. If we sign one animal hospital, we can approach all the animal hospitals. Hey, you know, we already have animal hospital customers, and they're really happy. We can make landing pages specific to those people. We could even make city-specific landing pages. And I just started getting all these ideas, and I thought, man, like, just being in this community and being able to interact with people, build relationships, it's really easy to sell. I think it will be really easy to sell speedkills.io. And I mean, we only need 100 customers basically to make 10,000, yeah, to be at six figures after expenses.
Depending on the package they will take as well.
We only have one package.
Exactly. So, well, yeah, it's like you say, it's an easy product to sell. So it's really cool. Actually, the local business is, well, we're traveling. So to be into our local business when we are in our country and stuff, it's not happen every day. So yeah, I will try that as well here. But you know, in France, we have the language barrier.
But it's not a barrier. I mean, we already talked about that. You're just you're like discouraging yourself for no reason.
No. It's just you don't know French. I would sell it. I would sell it 100%. I would meet someone and say, "Hey, dude, you know, I look at your website. It's a WordPress website. It's fucking slow. It's fucking bunky. And I noticed that you're on this hosting company, and we are just much better. And I will speed up the loading of your website by just to be on our server without doing anything." And they will be like, "Oh man, amazing! So cool. Give me your business card. Give you the business card." Next mail that I will receive is like, "Dude, your website is in English."
No. We already talked about that. I don't think that's true.
Yeah. Well, I'll try. Told you I will try to get customer here.
We talked about this off the air, but I just want to mention it, you know, for anybody who's watching this and listening, is that I think it doesn't, because how many of our customers saw our website before they signed up? 2 or 3 or something?
But at one point they have to sign up on an English like page.
No, I just send them the PayPal link directly to their email. they don't need to see the website. All they need to know is I have a relationship with this person. A, I trust him. He's cool. Cool. I have a problem. B, and they have the solution. I'm convinced they have the solution because I trust this person. He explained it to me. And how do I pay? C, here's a link, or here's my iPhone. What's your credit card number? I'll type it in right now into the virtual terminal.
Now we don't do that in France. They will never ever give you a credit card number ever.
No, they would type it in. You say, "Here's my phone." You type in your credit card number. It's directly in my PayPal.
Yeah, no, sure, yeah, I can try that, but I can tell you that the language.
So skeptical.
Oh, bro, I mean, I'm from here, so I know them pretty well. So I get that problem actually with my own business because I'm French, and the first time I talk about rapid bird design through my network. And part of my network are French. So there are a lot of friends, they just click on the link and, that's cool, Ben, it's really nice, but where's the French version? So
why don't we make a French version for speedkills.io?
Oh, sure. Yeah, completely. We can make a French version. We can make a Russian version.
Make a Russian version.
And the English version. So
I don't know if that's our target market, though.
Yeah, or
okay, I don't think we can deploy servers in Eastern Europe, actually.
Yeah, we need to check that. And I'm pretty confident that in a few months we can set up the website in Spanish.
Oh, definitely.
And actually, you know what? And I say that to everybody. South America and Brazil are massive new market. Massive, they just Brazil just completely explode in terms of economy and startup and everything. It's huge market, and if you can set up your website in Portuguese for Brazil, for Brazilian, you will get fucking a lot of work and a lot. Look, I was even Neil Patel.
Yeah.
If you go on this blog on this neilpatel.com, and if you go down, you will see a small Brazilian flag.
Yeah.
Because all website is being translated completely in Portuguese, because these guys know he's already on the market. He's already work his ass off on Portuguese market.
Mm-hmm.
The same as South America.
Right.
So yeah, make the website in another language.
Yeah. That you know what, that would be a good exercise too for learning Spanish or improving Spanish and Portuguese.
And actually, and it's interesting. To put the website in French will be really interesting, because all the cool way you can say stuff in English, English is perfect for advertising. The phrase, the sentences you can construct in English, you can't do that in French. It will be an interesting exercise to change that. But yeah, it's a key for developing a business, be able to speak several languages. So,
I asked this girl in Japan. I said, this is bullshit. How do you say bullshit in Japanese? She says, you can't say bullshit in Japanese. We don't have such a word. I said, oh, really? Well, then how do you say, fuck? And she said, well, we don't really have that either. I said, well, don't you guys have curse words? She's like, not really. We have very few bad words. And I said, I don't believe you. Every language has a rich vocabulary of curse words. And she says, but not Japanese. She said, in Japanese, it's very limited. And I said, really? In Russian, you could have an entire conversation with nothing but curse words. It's kind of amazing.
Dude, French, the same. You can speak for 10 minutes just by insulting the other guy, and he will insult you back, and he will just insult in 10 minutes, no problem. No sentences, nothing. It will be just fucking motherfucker, you blah, 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 just for 10 minutes. Actually, you have this very interesting scene in I think it's in Matrix 2 or 3. I remember they actually, you have this French dude that played he played the mayor of engine, and he's French. And at one point he say to Neo and Morpheus and all the other guys, like, oh, French is an amazing language. I love insult in French, and they are so beautiful. And he had this fucking long 1 minute, like fucking, just like delighting himself, like, oh, French is amazing for insulting people.
Mm.
Yeah.
And for complaining.
I wasn't. Did I? No.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. My friend Tocqueville, I saw him at the Asian Open this past last weekend. He told me he's been listening to our podcast, but he said he's bummed out because we don't have a version on iTunes, and it's inconvenient.
We have to go on iTunes. Yeah.
I think we need to. I think we're getting to, like, we have enough episodes where we can put it on iTunes and have that taken care of.
Yeah, because we already have a cover. We have a really nice cover, actually. I wonder who made it. Oh, I do. We have a nice cover. Yeah, we should use it.
Yeah.
And an official podcast somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. And some of the stuff we've talked about has been really interesting, and some people really enjoy it. And I think if we put it on iTunes, and if we could do sort of a proper launch around it, get some reviews and stuff, and it's good to have a bunch of episodes to start with when you launch on iTunes. And it'll be a good marketing channel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hopefully.
But that's what we wanted to do since the beginning, right? We were saying that we need like a bunch of episodes, and
yeah, we're just coming full circle from like a year ago where we had all these ideas.
That's true. Yeah, completely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember in Chiang Mai we were starting everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So easy to get distracted, huh? But the other thing too, around churn and retention that I was thinking is I thought, well, probably if we take MemberFix out of the picture and we just think about speedkills.io, even with that business as we grow, just because we have good retention with our current customer base doesn't mean that at scale we won't have some amount of churn. I mean, every company does, of course. But hopefully it won't be big, but we'll have some. And I thought, well, just like with the membership site stuff, it will be good to create information products in that space that help us acquire customers and liquidate the cost of acquisition, especially when we start doing paid advertisement, or even make it to where we're acquiring customers at a profit, which is Russell Brunson's whole thing. He said, they don't sell, you can buy ClickFunnels straight away, but usually the way it happens is you buy like, a free plus shipping book, his split testing book. It's a really cool book. And then you get an email saying, oh, hey, by the way, I've got this other thing. It's a course on how to market yourself online. So you buy the course. And that was like $100. Next thing you know, you're saying, well, now that you know how to do all this stuff, you need the software that lets you do all of this stuff. It's called ClickFunnels. You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then you buy ClickFunnels, and by the time that you've bought it, Russell's already paid for the acquisition. He's already made his money back. So that's I really like that idea. I think we should definitely keep incorporate. And plus, it educates people, it indoctrinates people, convinces them you're an authority. It's content marketing basically, but you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's very true. And on hosting and WordPress, there's so many options to do info product about like pretty much everything. You can basically make an info product about like pretty much every builder on the market. You can have an info product on the BV builder, on the Beaver builder, on the whatever builder.
Mm-hmm. Elementor
builder.
Sounds like a transformer, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Take a look at it. It's look nice. I don't know. I'm not really play with it. I play with Beaver though. Beaver's
me
strong.
too. It's pretty cool. The little demo thing.
Yeah, they have the stemmer. The stemmer thing is pretty good because you can basically build a complete template, complete website. So you don't need a template. Basically, you can just have the Beaver template builder thing.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. So Well, just need to test more and to do some speed test on it.
Kind of
It's a
reminded
good
me of ClickFunnels. Hold on a second.
Sure.
Okay, I'm almost done.
That's right.
I'll be done in 5-10 minutes. Okay. You just wake up?
Not right now.
Oh man, ClickFunnels is terrible. I was using it today again.
Oh, it's a piece of crap.
Yeah, working on one of our customer landing page. And this stuff is so bulky, so slow, so terrible. Oh god, it's terrible.
They have a lot of churn
why.
too.
Oh man, I believe it. I completely believe it because if you know how to do your stuff, if you know about Tribe, if you know about DV, if you know about Diver or any other builder, and you go on ClickFunnels, you just want to die. It's just.
We had Max was setting up like some kind of funnel for one of our customers, and then they couldn't figure out why it wasn't working and wasn't triggering the right stuff in the email component in Actionetics. And it turns out that it's just too slow. So you have to set delays on everything to make it fire.
Oh. It's just terrible. I think I worked on the same customer, but I think it would be much better for them to just use DV and have a WordPress template set up somewhere. And they can just put all their landing page on it.
Well, see, that's a good example of, kicking Churn's ass with customer acquisition, because that's a $500 million company, bro. Like, I mean, they probably have, tens of people or more, dozens of people churning per day, but how many people are they acquiring per day? But they don't have such a good reputation.
Yeah, exactly. They have a really bad reputation. And can you really grow a company when you have as much acquisition that turn? I mean, it will end one day. If you get like 10 users, but you have 10 users that go away.
Right. Well, I don't think that's the case.
Well, I don't know. Of course, I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know it's a bad product. I mean, even that is really relative. You have to put that in perspective. But for me, it's really bad. It's too slow, too bulky, and it's really bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. But, I do understand the appeal for people who are non-technical at all, and all they want to do is teach something.
Well, you know what? I think I use Unbounce with one of my customers.
Yeah.
And Unbounce, like the builder from Unbounce, is just amazing. It's 10 times better than ClickFunnels. And they do the same thing. It's drag and drop builder thing. It's just much better, like much, much, much better. And as much simple.
And it does the same thing, like funnels and...
Oh yeah, Unbounce is what they're before ClickFunnels. You do landing page, A/B testing, and you can like trick everything, shitload of plugin. It's Josh uses Unbounce.
Yeah, Josh was telling me about it. He said he liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, bro. Yeah, I guess, the other thing that we're missing from our businesses is that we've got decent retention. Well, with MemberFix, it's not so good, but with SpeedKills, we have decent retention, good retention. Mm-hmm. We only had one customer churn, but it was mutual. It wasn't really a churn. It was like they signed up, we didn't get along, and they quit. And it's like, well, good riddance. But what we're missing is reliable customer acquisition, because we just basically get customers randomly from referrals or from somebody reading a post. We don't really have a machine.
No, because we never really launch.
No. And we never really gave it the attention that it deserves. Yet.
I agree. Yeah.
We're gonna.
Yes.
But, we kind of did. I guess we took the first step with the blog content, because then you get your blog content, you set up your content upgrades, you set up your automations, you have all the back-end stuff. And then you can start driving like Facebook traffic to a blog post, tracking everything, pixeling, retargeting.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on the way.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. This has got to be the screenshot for the,
Yeah,
the thumbnail.
I
Yeah.
was wondering how long I can stay. I can stand. Well, so good.
Fuck, it's raining. Damn it.
Really? It's
We
not raining here.
we went swimming yesterday. It was so beautiful, bro.
Oh yeah, I
Just
believe, I
went to the
believe so.
pool. It was beautiful sunshine. Florida's a beautiful place, actually, man. Like some of it. Um,
Yeah, now
peop
it's kind of like half destroyed. No, I'm joking.
yeah, well, not here.
No,
Not
no,
in
no.
not in North Florida. You've got to come
You
visit.
get- Oh, bro, from Colombia, the flight are just like so fucking cheap.
Yeah, true, man.
So
We can go like at the end of our stay in Colombia once the 6 months is over. We could say, oh, why don't we go to the U.S. for a while and then maybe like to Mexico and then we'll go to Argentina or it's just so cool. We have all these options with in South America. It's okay.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And I want to do the fucking Burning Man, bro.
The fucking Burning Man.
Hell
Oh, when is that?
yeah. Hmm?
When is that?
The Burning Man. It's when is it? The Burning Man? August. August.
August?
Okay.
September. Oh, okay, so it'd be next year. It'd be
Next year.
next year.
Next year. Yeah, sometime. I mean, well, I want to do it. It's not mean that I'm actually going. Um, I will go there because it will be expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. I heard it's freaking
Oh
cool
yeah.
though.
Oh, dude, that's fucking insane. That's just like I think you have to do that once in your life. But
I
like the
agree.
cheap, they start selling tickets like months before, like 6 months before or 5 months before,
Yep.
and they are the cheapest you can buy, and they are like $475 because when you want to buy it like the D-Day, they will be almost 1,000.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to bring all your own stuff and
Everything.
set up a
Hmm.
camp and
Yeah.
drive there, and it's in the freaking desert.
Yes.
But once you're there,
Once you're there, you have a shitload of stuff to do.
yeah, just run
Yeah.
around like tripping out on mushrooms
Oh,
and LSD.
hell yeah. Definitely. That's freaking cool stuff to do there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something I want to do. But definitely going to the States is so close. So yeah, we're thinking on it.
You know what I wanted to ask you, man? I wonder if you felt the same thing. Like when I was coming back to the U.S., it's been a few years, and I was thinking, I had this sort of thought of, I wonder if like the way that I think I am now, if people are gonna see that, like when I arrive, like, am I gonna act the way that I want to act, or am I gonna like fall back into some sort of ancient script,
Hmm.
And I was like, basically, I wanted to know, like, have I matured? Have I grown up and made progress as a person and stuff? And will people see that? Will that reflect? And it was kind of a concern. I was like anxious about it, and it turns out that we've made a lot of progress in our time abroad as people, as athletes, as
Hmm.
businessmen and women. Talking about Yana. I showed Yana's art to my parents yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, they really like it.
nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool. Yeah,
yeah.
she gets some visibility around what she does. Victor say that he show your heart to his parents. They really like it.
Oh, so nice.
Uh, yeah, well, I feel the same. I remember when I get back in France after 4 years, yeah, almost 4 years of traveling around. I get the same feeling, and basically people told you that. Like, my best friend and my parents' friend, they were saying like, "Oh man, you change a lot. You're more calm, and you're different." They were telling me that I've changed. I changed a lot, so in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's completely different than when I left, for sure.
Us. So do you guys have like a tentative date for Medellin? Like around when?
Tentative date? What do you mean?
Tentative date, yeah.
Tentative? What does that mean?
Tentative. Tentative
Like a
means
definitive one?
like approximate, not yet decided.
Oh yeah, no, we have the complete decided one. Actually, we will fly from Bordeaux to Barcelona on the 23rd of October. Then on the 26th, we will go to Warsaw in Poland, get the visa for Jana. Then on the 27th, we'll fly back to Barcelona. And from the 27th, we'll take the first flight weekend.
Okay. To Medellin. Okay, so that's basically in a month and a half.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so I probably will. I don't know if I will arrive there before you guys, but I do. I have to leave America in like 3 weeks, basically.
Yeah, so, I mean, except if you want to go to another country before, you will be there.
Well, that's what I was thinking about.
Oh, really? Where do you
Yeah,
want to go?
I was thinking like check out Costa Rica or hit Mexico or something. But you know, that's on the one hand. On the other hand, like I don't want to lose focus. And you know, we did have all that churn, so I don't want to spend much money. I just want to stay focused on what we're doing and just keep this momentum going because, you know, we're gonna break through eventually to where we want to be and the level we want to be at. But you don't get there by constantly stopping what you're doing and losing your focus, you know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, and if you go there first, you can start looking for the cool place to work from, for coffee, and the price of everything.
What am I, your personal like coffee scout?
Well, dude, you will need to do that anyway. So, well, you'll see.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Well, I'll let you go. I'll let you get back to your stuff. I gotta work as well, so.
Yeah. Do you have any plan for the weekend?
Plan for the weekend. Yeah, probably just take my parents to dinner.
Nice.
Maybe
that's
catch
cool.
up with a friend or something.
Nice.
You?
Did you? Is